Just a second.
What up, YouTube?
Let's see what. Why the what? One sec. Okay. Oh, here we go.
You got it?
Huh?
Are you got it over there?
Well, the thing was talking to me and then stopped talking to me. And I thought, oh no, stop talking to me. No, it's talking to me again. I use a Bluetooth to hear all this, so it's okay if I hear voices. Just let everybody know.
Just don't answer them.
Yeah. Now we're getting the Facebook started. And whoop. Okay. He's starting in just a moment. Hey everybody, welcome to Thursday. I think for a moment.
Thursday.
The
new every other day. Yeah.
So I'm joined tonight by a dragon.
I'm a dragon whisperer.
A dragon whisperer, oh. And what's your little dragon's name?
Jerry.
I could have guessed. Our son Jack names everything Jerry. Did he?
It's just easier that way.
Did he name your dragon?
No.
You just knew that if he saw it, it'd end up being Jerry anyway.
Yes, true. Yeah.
Well, gosh, guys, actually, before I get started about what I'm so excited about.
Yeah, it was a crazy week.
Yeah, it's a crazy week. But finally, we can talk about stuff that it seems like forever we haven't been able to talk. We're like, oh, we're working on things and we can talk about it. No, we can talk about it. Everything is talkable, which is nice.
Bam.
But Jackie is getting the Facebook watch party started on the personal page. And for chat tonight, I'm afraid it's only on Facebook. So if you're on the personal page or if you're on the art page, either way, if you make comments, we can read them. And it's the best part of this. Oh my goodness, this is the best part. So we love the comments and chatting. Unfortunately, on YouTube, we're not able to read the comments live during the show. So I apologize for that. One day, we will have technology that'll do that. But today is not that day. So it's Facebook only for comments, but it is streaming live to YouTube as well. But Murals and Monsters, oh my gosh.
Yes.
The latest mural. Oh my gosh. This has been like 2 years in the making. So,
well, I mean,
well, ish.
Maybe like
the concept was 2 years ago. Like that, we're and I don't know if I should say any names or anything like that. I don't know, but the idea for us doing this mural was like 2 years ago, and then they started doing the building and all that. So we have been working on it for 2 years, but.
Yeah, I mean okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what they were saying at the place. So we'll talk about all that, but it was a really large mural. We've done bigger, but this is one of the most special, I think, in a way, because of where it is and why it's there and what it means and all that. It's just really special, and the people behind it are brilliant. And then we had the Mandy Harvey concert that was on Tuesday night. Which is really interesting. All these performers, all these artists are doing these live concerts and things. And they're always, it's kind of weird. Like, this COVID thing is kind of odd. I thought Mandy Harvey was amazing. Her performance, her voice, just brilliant. She has a great stage presence and everything. And it was all for a good cause. So helping, hopefully raise some money and
for No Barriers, yeah.
Yeah, for yes, raising money for No Barriers, and I gotta say thank you so much to. Is it okay to say names?
I mean, I guess I don't know what names you're talking. Like who?
Well,
like what?
our friend, Vincent and all, because he went on there and he helped support No Barrier. So he went on and bet everything, on everything, and
to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, to get the ball rolling and everything. And so it's just, and that's one of the things I'm so proud about. Is just, I don't know,
You got some awesome fans, babe.
Yeah, we got some awesome friends that will go out there and they'll, and I mean, how many times have you watched the stream or seen a video and we're saying like about, oh my gosh, it's because of like Vincent or Barbara or just Ron or just people doing amazing, incredible things.
Speaking of awesome peeps, Linda Everton has joined us and says the mural is great, and she liked the picture of you in front of it in our backyard. And Kylie Sykes says, good evening, guys. The mural is beautiful. And Ron said the mural is awesome. And Linda said Mandy and her voice are beautiful.
Oh, well, that's brilliant. And let me say really quickly, and my computer just talked to me. I never heard this before, but it said it detected some lost frames. So if things get kind of weird on if the feed starts getting sketchy or anything, let me know, and we'll try to take care of it.
And Kathy Higby has joined us and says, good evening, you guys. Hello, everyone. And Michael McCullough says, alien babe. Well, if Jerry would stay in his place.
Oh, I thought Michael was talking about me. Oh gosh, I keep getting a camera here.
I would, what, that would be a cool costume, is to do kind of the same concept, but with like an alien baby, like from the movie. That would be
pops
awesome.
Out of your chest and it's like,
yes.
You want to say hi to my baby?
Say hi to my baby.
That'd be cool. It wasn't there. Oh gosh, there was a sci-fi movie where was it Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where it was like a guy but he had like an alien growth or something.
Total Recall.
He did the talking. Was it Total Recall?
Yeah, the guy had like a growth in its
it was an Arnie movie.
Blah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was disturbing.
Mm.
Kylie,
most nights I'm drinking water. Tonight I'm drinking. What did you say it was?
I think it's Roar and Sons Oktoberfest.
Oh, Dallas. It's a Dallas. Okay,
yes.
So this is a company that from Dallas. They're awesome. They do some fun 5Ks and stuff, which I have witnessed, never run. Jackie has run them.
Yeah, in fact, that's the beer. Like their 5K is a lot of fun because we'll go run it and they tap their October beer. And it's a big celebration, and you get a free beer and all that fun stuff. And this year they don't have it. It was virtual, but you can obviously buy the can.
Well, this can here isn't virtual. It's in real life.
Virtual.
But today it was a heavy day for me with the homeschooling, which is why I normally drink water. But it's a homeschooling day.
It's a homeschooling day. We drink.
I see why you drink wine, sweetheart.
Now you get it. Oh, nice.
No.
Jack
is a sweetheart, and we should treasure our children, even when they drive you to drink.
Yes, we should.
I'm just kidding, guys. No, he is a treasure. He is a sweetheart.
He's been distracted the last couple of days. I'm not quite sure why, but
well,
who knows? Kids are kids and crazy.
Yeah, he's 12 and a half on the way to be a teenager. So you're gonna expect to have days that are a little bit more friction, maybe. Like I don't know, like he's just his head's off in the space, but I gotta say though, the kid's growing like a weed. Like his feet are as big as mine now, and he's 12 and a half, and so his brain's growing, his body's kids are kids. You have
it's weird.
You have days when are like, come on, man, just read the thing.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway,
but,
it's weird. Yeah, I
have days like that too.
Well, Michael said there was a little bit of lag, and Kylie said you guys left for a second, but you're back now.
Oh, good. Thanks,
guys. Cassie said, thanks for giving me a reason not to watch the debate. I don't think I'd be able to avoid it otherwise. Not that I need a good reason to watch. You guys are great. Thanks.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have to watch that stuff after.
Well,
after I don't know. It's too stressful to watch it live.
Yeah. Michael asked, is that a gargoyle? It is actually a dragon. So
that she whispers to.
That I
do that again. Oh, you know what? We don't have a screenshot of you with that.
Yeah, we'll have to do it.
Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Everybody pose for a screenshot. Okay, tell me when you're ready, and then
I'm ready.
A couple seconds.
I'm ready.
Okay, 1, 2, click. Want to do it again?
Now we're good.
Okay.
I owned it.
Hold it. I wasn't doing anything. I was just staring blankly.
Jordana joins us and says, "Does the dragon have a name?" It is Jerry.
Jerry. Anything is called Jerry in this household.
Yep, Jerry.
Pumpkins.
We name everything Jerry.
Stuffed animal. Yeah.
It just keeps it easier.
Our son, he's hooked on Jerry right now. Guys, before we talk about the Mandy Harvey thing and also anything you guys want to chat about, I mean, That's what the chat's about. So, but before we talk about the mural, which I'm really excited about, and I don't know, like it's funny, like when the mural. I mean, I feel like it's all like, hey, me, but one thing that was so exciting about the mural is that even it's a team effort. Like this could not have happened without Jackie.
Oh, you're sweet, babe.
And it's the truth. It's these huge projects are just they're awesome, but they're very hard and they're very difficult, and it would have been just completely impossible. But also, it's about the people, though. It's about where the mural's going and why we were so excited about doing it and all that. But before we do that, though, I want to talk about the painting that I'm working on, because I know we get to chatting, and this is sort of an art stream that we do. But most of the time we get chatting, and I'm just painting, But and I want to do some streams where we're talking about more artsy kind of stuff and all that. I mean, we're obviously talking about art tonight.
Well, Michael said the mural is so inspiring. The United States needs you right now with that.
Oh, well, dang, man, thank you.
You got to put your cape on, babe. It save us.
Ooh, yeah, I do have a costume. I have one. Jackie has like 8 costumes that she has coming out with, like for the at least for October. Every Monday, Thursday, she's wearing a different costume. I have one, so I have to wait.
You're gonna unveil it.
Yeah, it'll have to be next week. So Oh,
it's gonna be good.
Hear that?
Yeah,
that means somebody bought something.
Woohoo!
On my phone, it used to have a
sound.
ching thing if somebody came on the website and purchased something, and it went away, and I don't know why it went away. And I fixed it today, and so now I'm like, I get even more excited because I hear that and I go like, oh.
Yeah, Michael said you got to get John to dress up. He's going. It's going to be good.
In my normal day-to-day life, I dress up like a Blues Brothers. So what could be more cool than that?
You are a cartoon character. I mean, you wear the same thing every day.
Whatever, Elwood.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, that's true. That could be your costume. That would be easy.
Rolling. Keep them dogs. Yeah. It's one of my favorite scenes.
Oh, Karen Teeter joined us and says, "Love the costume, Jackie." Oh. Thank you. I try to do everything. I mean, it's got to be easy because I don't like go into the bathroom until 7:00 and throw some paint on. So, thanks, guys.
I think you're adorable.
Michael says I'm gonna get y'all an Internet of Things bell for that. Oh, nice.
And Michael, like, he's this musician, and we want to do this virtual art bar kind of situation sort of thing. We talked about doing the live music, and Michael so generous saying like, hey, yeah, we can use your music and all that. And we just haven't. Everything's been kind of nutty, and we just haven't got around to putting that together yet. But that's definitely like a show I want to do. Where we just dropped some more frames according to my Bluetooth.
Yeah, we're lagging. Like my thing has live video interrupted. It might come back. I mean, let's hope.
I wonder if I should drop.
Oh, we're back.
Cool. I'm so sorry about that, guys. We just dropped some again. So hopefully that'll stop. I could kill the YouTube and then just upload it later.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate
Do
to
it.
kill YouTube.
Do it.
Well, I don't know. We might. Let's see if it happens again, guys. If it does, then we'll have to kill the YouTube feed.
That one person that's watching us on YouTube will forgive us.
What?
So that one person that's watching us on YouTube will forgive us.
Oh, I hope so. Well, and I apologize for that. I don't know what's going on. We anyway, but
yeah.
Okay, moving on though.
Let's see that painting.
Yeah, let me show you something really quick, guys. So last week I was working on this painting, and this is about where I got to last week.
Oh wow, yeah.
So when I first started, it was sort of a black and white drawing that I just started kind of before the stream, and then or did I have color on before? I don't know.
No, I mean, well, this is it.
By the end of the stream, this is where I had it. I can't remember where it was in the beginning of the stream, but it's just blocking in. So everybody, fill your eyeballs.
Soak it up
with this right there. Hold it. The stream thing's working. Okay. So and this is where it is right now. So I'm still blocking everything in, but you can kind of get the idea here. Let me go back to that. So you can see I had the trees kind of in. I had some of I was using a paint knife. Oh yeah, I was using a paint knife for the bottom. That's what I was doing last time. But I hadn't done the tops. I hadn't really painted in the trees really. So I've painted in some more trees. I've colored in the house. This is still blocked in though. This is not like a done sort of thing at all. So it's still, it's taking a little while to work on this, which is absolutely fine. So I'm still kind of blocking everything in. Now, where I want to head with this painting is to add a lot more detail down here. So you can probably see where I'm adding in some, kind of mixing it up. Over like with the house and stuff, like I have the people, they have some colors in them. It's just kind of blocked in color. So this is not what the painting is going to look like when it's done. There's going to be a lot more depth in the trees because what I want is a lot of foliage around the top, but I want to build that up in a slow sort of way. So I'm adding little bits, letting it dry, adding more bits, letting it dry, using some transparent colors, some opaque colors. That way, the way that light goes through leaves and limbs in a forest, sometimes it blocks the light all the way. Sometimes it lets a little bit through and it changes the color of it. This is going to be a fall scene, so that light's really going to be changed.
I think it looks awesome. I'm excited to, like, I love that idea of light coming through the leaves. So I'm hoping that you don't go nuts and cover the entire top, like opaque dollops of paint.
Oh, yeah.
Because it would be nice to like see that gold come through all the colors. That looks really good.
Oh, well, thank you. And there's going to be more trees that are coming up along here from the back. They just aren't there yet. They exist in my mind, but they don't exist on the canvas yet. So there's more of this coming up here, more detail, because I want the idea of this to be almost like a secret space, like a nook, and then in this magical fall forest. And there's two people that are going to be sitting on the porch. This is a cabin that the generations of a family went to, and it represents an actual place. And so I want to have the idea of a couple people, but then there's more going on. And so anyway, it's early days in this, but
Karen agrees with me. So good. The painting is so good, and yes, light through the leaves.
Oh yeah. So I want to get that where it's like shadow. It's not like bright sunlight, but it has shadow, so the light is coming through, and it's getting kind of a dappled effect on the ground. I'm sorry.
What else are you gonna add to the cabin? Like, what else will you do there? It looks great. I love the dark red.
Oh, thank you.
It's nice.
Well, I want to add a bit more detail. Right now, it's just white on the windows, so I got to figure out what to do with the windows.
Yeah.
I want to darken the shadows more around the eaves, and then have more detail of wood and stuff like in it. Because right now, some of it is just like over here. There's a tiny bit more detail, but in the middle, like here down, it's more kind of solid. So I want to have a little bit more detail. And on the roof, I want the roof to be lighter. But I want there to be a little detail, a little more structure to the roof as well.
Yeah.
So are you gonna add it's darker and you can see it, but it looks nice and quaint, and
Are you gonna add like shadows of leaves on the roof?
Shadows of leaves. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That'll be nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Let's do that.
So, that looks awesome, babe.
Oh well, thank you.
Way to go.
Thank you.
Way to be in the studio working.
Huh?
Way to be in the studio working.
Yeah, and heck yeah, man.
So,
and I'll be doing that this weekend. Yeah, hey, if anybody's in Mansfield, there's actually a like a distancing art festival. It's like a neighborhood, but our family, Andy and Sam, are going to be there, and they're going to be showing their artwork, and it's going to be incredible. But if you're in Mansfield, Texas, and I think it's from 9 a.m. until 2
till 3.
Till 3. So maybe we can share that tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's a good idea.
But it's going to be really awesome. And the artwork that they're putting out is just, I mean, it's just amazing. It really is. Like, it's something that you would find in a gallery, but because of COVID, everything's sort of retracted. So it's sort of like in this neighborhood sort of thing where all these people are getting together and they're going to be showing their art. Just to get out there and show their art, and so I think it's going to be pretty incredible. And you're going out tomorrow to help them set up and be there for it. Yep.
I'm taking the big giant work truck, and they're going to borrow our festival walls, and so it's going to be I'm going to get my practice in for lack of festivals.
I would be going.
My exercise.
Yeah, and I would be going, but I can't because I'm on dog duty. I'll be watching our dogs, and Jackson will be staying here, and we'll be doing that. But while you guys are off having the festival fun.
Yeah, I think I mean, I'll be a little surprised if there's a lot of people. I mean, because it's a very small neighborhood situation. So, but it'll be fun. It's an excuse to get out and hawk some art.
Yeah, and honestly, like during this whole pandemic thing, and this kind of leads into the whole like the Mandy Harvey thing that we were doing, the concert. All of the normal art shows and the concerts and all this stuff is very different, and it's moved to a more of a virtual sort of thing, and it's made it difficult. Like we have participated with a number of nonprofits and charities, where you try to do online auctions and stuff, and I've noticed that it's harder to raise money when it is like on an online sort of thing, whereas if people are there in person, it seems like there's a lot more people that are. Bidding, there's a lot more kind of stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's
so which makes sense, but I think part of that is because it's all so new that putting together events and getting all this stuff together. I mean, it's all different. It's all new. So of course it's going to take a little while to iron all the kinks out and everything. But one of the things that we're in reaction to this and seeing that, because there's so many amazing things that are out there, so many and people are doing some incredible things. And we've been able to help raise some money, which has been awesome. But one of the things that this kind of inspired me or really been pushing me is to come up with the next art show we do, the next like in inclusive sort of in all like what do you call it when you touch things and it's all
immersive?
Immersive. Thank you. Gosh, I couldn't think of the word. Immersive show is to have something that's very like COVID sort of friendly. So you're in a space and it's immersive, but so that we can start having people go to a charity gala or a nonprofit and feel safe and be able to do that. So hopefully in the spring we'll have that sort of stuff rolling out. And,
So for Tuesday's thing, okay. So Tuesday was the Mandy Harvey concert. Mm-hmm. And you weren't able to show the painting at that point because it was sort of an unveiling.
Yeah.
Do you want to show the painting now?
There we go. Okay.
Bam.
So there's Mandy Harvey playing the ukulele, and so if you go to Mandy Harvey's Facebook page, you'll see it, and it's on for auction right now, and I know Vincent bid for it, I think.
Yeah.
And
and I think they have the auction up for. Maybe almost days, a week. Oh, it's only got a couple days left.
Well, 3 or 4 days, I think.
Yeah, and if it's on John's Facebook, if you're curious, we shared the live. The live concert. I would imagine you can replay it and listen to it again, and all the links are there. So, I should say, Kylie Sykes says Erin isn't able to be with us tonight, but she says congratulations, the mural is amazing.
Oh, well, thank you.
And Linda said FFB is having virtual vision walks on Saturday. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And also that the painting is great.
Oh, thank you.
So this painting is called Nice to Meet You because you painted this inspired by her latest album.
Yeah, her latest album's Nice to Meet You, and Mandy Harvey's this really, really nice person. She's just really, really sweet, I
should say, if you don't know who she is, you should Google her. Anybody out there should Google her because she's got one of those amazing, inspirational, like America's Got Talent moments that are awesome. And so, and then the concert was just great. Like her music is beautiful and she signs through it, or she has, if she's not playing the ukulele, she's got somebody else signing, so it's really great.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I met her when we were both doing a speaking, or I was doing a speaking painting gig at an event, and she was doing a singing. She does.
Well, Kathy Higbee says, I love her song Try. It's so cool.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Wonderful. It's awesome, the painting. So.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. So, and one thing I'm really excited about. Okay, the next thing is the mural. Oh my word!
So this bad boy.
There's a picture.
Okay, do you don't know what any of these pictures are, do you?
No.
Oh, here we go. So worked on this thing for almost a year. Not quite, almost a year. And initially they approached us and said that they wanted a mural. We were like, cool, John does that. And then they said, but you can't paint on the wall. you have to bring it in. Like, you're going to have to paint it really large somehow and bring it in, and we'll adhere it to the wall. Or you will adhere it to the wall. We will put it on the wall. So, of course, just in John fashion, he says yes to everything, and we'll figure it out later. So this picture, this is the kind of, obviously this is post all your mock-ups, and the decision had been made as to like what the image was going to be. And this is you and Jack actually outside building the panels. And Jack is hammering he's using I forget what it's called, the nail gun or something to put the bracers into the panels. So
cool.
This is you guys outside making the panels.
Yeah, and it's 6 of these panels, and each one is 10 feet long and 4 feet wide, and really, really heavy. And so we're building these canvas stretchers that the canvas on them is just perfect. Like it needs to look like kind of like the canvas panels that you use in your studio. If you're doing a painting, how they're perfect from the edges. Like everything is like the canvas is wrapped around. Everything is perfect. It needed to look like that, but it needed to be like 24 feet long and and 10 feet tall, and that it took us about a week just to make the canvas to be able to even do that. And
if you go to the next picture, there's one of you actually stretching the canvas onto it, and you can see how big this thing is. It's huge. And one thing that we had, we were out there. I mean, we had to be so careful with these things. We laid down cloth. And then we laid down the canvas, and then we laid the panels over it. And at one point, we laid the panel down, but it wasn't even onto the canvas, so we were like, we'll just scoot it over an inch. And just the act of scooting it ripped the canvas. So
just
we were
tiny little holes, a few of them, but it needs to be perfect.
Yeah, so. And it was like right in the middle of this huge roll of canvas. So we had to roll it up and put it away and buy a whole new roll of canvas. It was ridiculous. So, that just building those things was a bit of a feat. So this is a picture of the drawing. Okay, so in the process of doing this, once the panels were built, we hung the first 4 panels on the back fence, because our fence is 8 feet tall, and we were like, we'll just put it up there. It'll be 2 feet over the fence, and we can at least get a chunk of it done. And this is a picture of the drawing of the first 4 panels with the Liberty's face and your makeshift, what do you call that thing that you stand on? Scaffolding. And Jack standing on it. He was doing it like a little dance or something. I don't know what he's doing. But the drawing of Liberty's face is behind him.
Oh, that's cool. It's just the drawing?
Yeah, it's just the drawing at this point.
One of the things is that one of the things that they wanted, like, this is immigration, and it's we have some friends that work with immigration, and it's interesting to talk to them and then to talk to the people. Like when we did this, it was a huge boardroom of people that are and people from Washington, from all around, that are signing on, because this center, there's only 5 of them in the U.S. So this is the newest one they're building, and we're working with the architect, the contractor, and one of them was saying, like, his dad, that he works with, his company, the contractor, the last 30 years have been building government buildings. They've never heard of a mural and art project like this going into a government building like this, like from the very inception of the building, of it doing this. So they were really excited. Like the contractor and Gary and John, the architect and the contractor, were amazing. They're brilliant. Giving up so much of their own time really just to go out there and just do things and actually lift, and it was just crazy. But the passion that everyone had, and it was just so cool. But one of the things is that there's 5 centers, and they help people with the immigration, anybody that wants to come in. Like, they do millions of cases a year, but it all goes through one of these 5 centers, and every one of them has a Statue of Liberty kind of theme somewhere going on. Because it's immigration, it's Ellis Island, it's all this sort of. Yeah,
they're big like medallion that's on the head of every building is Liberty's face.
Oh, that's cool. And So I knew that it wanted to be the Statue of Liberty, and I knew it was going to be really wide and kind of short. But one of the things that it really struck me, whenever you go to New York and you you go and you're around the statue, is just how quiet people get. Like even like when you're in Manhattan and Ellis Island is out across the water there for a little bit. When people get up close to where they can see it, they get a lot quieter, you know. And there's just this power, this presence that the Liberty has, and it's really amazing. And so I wanted to paint something that whenever you're in this space, because in order to get into the building, anybody that goes into this building, they have to go through security. And then after the security, they're walking into the grand like hallway of the building, and they have to walk by the painting. And I wanted something that would give them the same feeling, hopefully, that you would if you were looking at the Statue of Liberty. So painting it small off in the harbor, like I thought about that, about having the whole statue, you know.
You did probably like what 8 to 10 mock-ups for.
I did. I was just wondering about all kinds of angles and different things and colors, but finally really focused on such a close-up of her face where you can't even see her crown all the way. It's just a hint of it, enough to know that it's Lady Liberty. Just just enough of the spines of the crown, and not like the book, not anything, just her face, because when you're close to it, it has these really heavy lines that are just very strong, and then the color and the stuff that came was the feeling, the emotion, and all that. So
there was no shortage of color.
Yes, that's true. so that's why the composition was the way it was, because you have her face that's actually a little bit larger than the normal the statue really, but it's there, and and it's just like right there staring at you, but not like in a weird way, because like her gaze is off a little bit. I thought about having it where it looks like her gaze will follow you around the room.
Yeah,
I thought that's creepy.
That would be weird. So what's the next? What do you got? I don't know. Okay, so this isn't from the drone in the backyard. This is a shot of overhead of you laying down. There's probably about 3/4 the color on the 4 panels of her face, and you're painting it on the scaffolding. It's an aerial shot, so
nice.
You're getting jiggy out there.
So Jackie mentioned, and I should say, can you see the fence in this?
Yeah.
Okay, so like the fence is 8 feet tall, so if that gives you an idea of scale, and I'm 5'11", so if that gives you an idea of scale, if that helps a little bit, and so it's pretty big. And how many panels is this?
This is 4.
4. Okay.
This is 4 panels.
So this is 2/3 of the mural, and okay. Well, I'm not sure what I was gonna say. Let's see. What's this?
Well, Kathy says it is totally awesome. Are you drawing that with that black paint you told me about last time? The drawing is awesome. Both you guys rock. Love the chat. Love to chat with you guys and have an art. Thank you guys.
Oh, thank you.
That is the same mixture of black that you.
Yes. Yeah, but it's very thin. So if you go and touch the mural now and it's been varnished, it doesn't feel tacky or anything like that because it's been varnished over everything. It just feels normal, and it's not thick texture. And one of the reasons why is because everybody that walks into the building needs to walk by the canvas. So the mural is way more durable. Like when put so much thought into how to construct this mural, because like a canvas like this, like it bounces. The mural doesn't. It has a backing board behind the canvas the entire way, and that way somebody trips, they fall into it, they'll just bounce right off of it. They're not going to be hurt, but it's not going to hurt the mural either. And it's all canvas, but then it has a supporting board that's right behind the canvas as well.
So this shot is of all 6 panels up on the fence, and it's another aerial shot of you painting towards the end of the 6 panels. So the goal, what we kind of did was we put the 4 panels up, and then you painted the initial 4 panels, and then we scooted them over and put the last 2 panels up. Mm-hmm. I don't know why we did that. I don't remember, but
part of it was we were having to bring it in because
that's right.
We'd have to work inside the studio, and then we'd have to work out on the fence because it was nice. Like we wanted to work with the panels all together, but that just depends on the weather.
That's true. And those 4 panels with the face took the longest. That was going to take the longest.
Yeah. So just started with that, and then we were still making the other 2 because we get those done, and then. Yeah, and then we ripped that canvas. We had to order a whole other giant roll of canvas. It's kind of fun working with giant, like things on a giant, like I had a 4x4, like 4 foot by 4 foot canvas that I had that I built and stretched and stuff. And after working with this thing, stretching your own canvas, like I've done lots and lots and lots of canvases where you stretch and all that. But after doing this one, when I did that 4x4 one, it went by so quick. It was like boom, 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 and it was done. And I thought, I must be doing this wrong. I don't remember stretching a canvas being so easy. But that was great practice. Working with giant sheets of canvas. You can't have one wrinkle or one anything. Like, it's got to be perfect.
Yeah, that was difficult.
What's this?
This is you signing it.
Oh.
So when all the panels were done, we brought them in to the house and lined them up and like put them on their side, so they were just standing. Obviously we can't fit them in the house, and see, we cleaned them up and you signed it, and that was we filmed it, and it was exciting.
It was exciting.
There you go.
What do we got here?
This is you with your face mask on, varnishing it.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
This was a process because we had to, you wanted to put 2 coats of varnish on it. We had to make sure everything, at this point, it's done. So all the edges were cleaned up. We made sure that the paint went, everything was clean and matching. And then we'd varnish it, and then you'd be out of the studio for a couple hours and let it air out, and then varnish it right before we went to bed.
Yeah, have this big shop fan leave the door open and blow it out, but it would get foggy in here.
Man, yeah, we should have bought stock and varnish. It was ridiculous.
We use Elisa cakes.
Yeah. Oh, so this is the time lapse.
Oh.
So
here, can you talk just for a second?
Yeah.
Okay.
So on the time lapse, just for everybody that's watching, it was a process to get this thing on the wall. We initially thought, we were going to have to figure this out, but luckily Gary was there. He was the architect of the building, and John, the contract construction, he's the supervisor of the building, and they figured out how to rig it using these things called Z-clips, and we luckily we just kind of sat back and watched. So what they would do is they first installed the Z-clips on the panels on the actual wall that it was going to go on, and then we'd bring in the panels into the front part of the room, and they'd lay it on the art side, put the plates on it so that 2 panels at a time would be totally together, and then they perfectly measured the Z-clip, like the opposite one, onto the art, and then would, a big crew of like 6 dudes would haul the thing in and try to position it on the Z-clip. It was a bit of a hassle because, if the measurement was just even like 2 millimeters off, the whole thing sat wrong because it was so big. So there was a couple times where they had to take it off, remeasure, re-adhere everything. But man, they rocked it. They were super careful with the art. It was great. And then Marnie, the chief of staff, was there kind of supervising everything, and she was happy with it, and so we were thrilled. And then towards the end, which you can go on to the next image.
Yeah, Marnie is awesome. She's, yeah.
So once it was all up, then we kind of took it all in, looked at all the edges, and made sure that the black lines matched up, because the spikes on the crown were kind of the hairy places, because if they didn't match up, you noticed.
Yeah, we knew going in, because the mural weighs like hundreds of pounds, so because of the backing board and everything, and we knew that we would probably have to make a little adjustment, just because hanging it on the wall, if it makes, even we want it to be perfect, so if it makes the canvas move even like 1/8 of an inch or something, and that's where it's going to sit, then so we brought every color, and
we brought all the paints. and then you went to town. You fixed everything, and then we watched paint dry for 20 minutes.
Yeah, we all sat around. But it was kind of nice because hearing different stories, like hearing John and Gary and talk was really nice, and Marnie and everyone, the whole gang there. Oh my goodness, just incredible people. So much fun. And
then we tarped it and go on to the next picture. I forget. Okay, so this was some of the crew that were there helping the Gary and John and the construction guys, and this is you guys standing in front of it, just kind of posing for a picture.
Oh yeah, I should say the construction crew. They had a construction crew there that came in, and John asked one of them. He was a contractor, and he asked one of them why he had a gold helmet on, like they wore like which I thought was interesting. He said, "Oh, that means like you've worked like over 10 years, with like a great record and everything." And every one of the construction guys that were there had gold helmets, so they brought in just this incredible crew, and they were just amazing guys. And I don't know, it was really special, and it was really cool too because the architect Gary, he designed the building. John, the contractor, was there, help, like he built it. And we're working on the wall, and we're like, and we're hanging the tarp, and it was really great to see how they took ownership of it too, because with the wall, they were like, we could put some screws in there just to hold the tarp, and John's like, it's my wall, we can do whatever we want to, and we'll have painters and people come in and patch anything up, later. Like, it was just so cool that they were.
Yeah, they were super accommodating and careful, and everybody was on the same page about moving everything, and so that was awesome. And this picture kind of gives you an idea of scale. So
yeah, it took 4 construction workers, 2 artists, an architect, a contractor, a manager, and one Labrador to get this thing on the wall. What's this?
Oh, okay. So not only did you do that wall, but you hung art on the opposite wall of the lobby. So this is an image of this is some of the mock-ups that you did to kind of give an idea to the committee that was deciding on this, what your vision was. We knew that they wanted the Statue of Liberty, so it was just at that point honing in on what the vibe they were kind of wanting. So all of this is paintings, all the other paintings on the other side. So this was pretty nice because the black thing in the very middle is a TV, and right below that is a framed sort of informational about John. So
yeah. I think the TV was going to show like a video of it.
Yeah. So that was this.
And the big painting, the biggest painting on there is 4 feet by 4 feet. If that gives an idea of scale, and yeah.
Well, Linda said, so glad you posted this today, and liked these as well. So.
Well, thank you. Oh, I want to say the black and white painting of the Statue of Liberty. It also has Braille all over it that tells the color that's on the painting on the big mural. So, if a person is visually impaired, all the black lines are very tactile, so you can feel it. So you can feel what the mural feels like. Because the mural itself couldn't be very tactile. It was going to be laid down. It was going to be moved a lot, and all this sort of stuff. So it couldn't have this thick, chunky paint on it because it would have messed it. It would just mess it up, and it would have got flattened anyway. But on this one, on the black and white, it can have really thick paint. So it has thick black paint, and then Braille all over, so you can read what the colors are. Should I go to the next one?
Sure. I think. Oh, okay. This is the flyover. Okay, so this was the drone shot that we took in the backyard. Once it was completely finished, before we brought it in, varnished it, and cleaned it up. This is you standing in front and me pulling the drone out for a wide shot. So
I hope this is interesting to people. I don't want this to be like we're just watching home
it's
movies.
The Johnny John show. It's all about John.
I know. It's really it's not what I want it to be but we were really excited about this, and I've been wanting to share this with you guys for so long, and it's just. And I haven't even painted here because I'm just chatting, I'm just talking. But I've been looking forward to that for so long, guys. So thank you for indulging us, for letting us talk about this. But one of the things that I really liked about it was that it was for immigration, and I have a little Native American blood, but the huge percentage of me is from another country, and all of us are from other countries. And it's one of the things that makes America great is that we are a melting pot, but also that this whole philosophy that they have there is that they wanted to be inclusive, and they want to have diversity, and they want all this, and so I really love that, and our friends that we have there, I mean, they're really 100% into diversity, whether it's like sexual identity, whether it means like a disability, whether where you're from, everything. It's just, if you have like the American dream, and you're wanting to come here, and I just think it's a beautiful sort of thing, and I just thought it was wonderful. And the friends that we have that work in immigration, what they work towards, what they work towards. Like, I can't speak to everyone, is this very inclusive sort of thing, and very warm, and I just love that. So
well,
special.
Linda says it's absolutely interesting, and then Kathy said, "So cool, you guys! Thank you so much for sharing this." So I probably took some of this a little bit for granted because I appreciate the office and everything, but it was interesting because when we were there, the director of the facility, his name is Greg, he took us for a tour, and then in giving us a tour, he was talking to us about the whole process of what they do there, and I did not realize the extent of work is involved in what was, besides the amount of work, he was like jazzed up, passionate about it. So he was like, people becoming citizens and living the American dream, and I was like, that's cool, that's so cool. So it was there, it wasn't like they didn't have this sort of you're going into a government building feel. They actually like their job. I was like, that's pretty cool.
And it's hard. They were saying hard too. It's hard sometimes because you have to say no, to some certain situations, but there's so many lives that are changed, and that's. But they take that so seriously. So the people that we talk to and our friends, because it changes the life, it changes the family. I mean, I don't know. Being here in this country is something you take for granted, and it's a beautiful, it's a brilliant thing, to be here. And one of the things we got to do was go to is it called a naturalization ceremony? It's a swearing in.
Yeah, naturalization ceremony.
Yeah, so we went to a group, and we went to a huge one, and we're so honored to be invited as guests to go there, where hundreds of people were being sworn in, and to see entire families there and people weeping, and they walk in and they're wanting to be an American, they're wanting to be in this country, and they're all these people wearing like suits and ties, and they're that like they just dress up in their best, and they're so excited, they're so proud to be there. And I've never been in a group where so many people are waving American flags, and they're just
that was one thing.
Patriotism was just off the hook.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And that was one thing that kind of stuck out at me at that whole ceremony was when you first get there, it's a huge room, it's massive. Again, this is last year, this is before COVID, but
that's true too.
But everybody there was from a different country, like, and they were almost kind of like, well, they weren't necessarily clumped together, but they had like, maybe a flag of their country or whatever, and so when you sat down, everybody, like the speaker would list all the different countries. They'd be like, and we've got people from blah 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 blah, and as they list the country, everybody would be like cheering and yaying and all this stuff, and then and right after the ceremony, like they'd go through the process of inviting everybody up and swearing them in and all that stuff. After that, then they'd be like, and everybody's now American, and then like the room like went up in a roar, so it was pretty cool to see all these individual countries then come together and then it was like a massive sort of crowd of Americans. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was brilliant, and there's so much you have to do to become a citizen, and gosh, it was just, I don't know, it was really, really cool. But anyway, I want to learn about some monsters, though.
We do have some trivia out there for the peeps that.
Well, here, let me move my canvas, because I know we're almost at the end of the hour, and I haven't painted, so I don't think this is going to be a painting night.
Oh wow!
But that way you get to look at my sweet, sweet face.
Oh gosh. Okay, well, are you ready?
I'll put my painting behind me as a
there
backdrop.
You go.
Hey, I wonder if I put on the thing, if it would show you now. You want to see?
I guess.
And see our crazy studio.
Oh gosh, yeah, the studio's a wreck.
So there's Jackie over there. So there's the perspective. If I could see her, that's what I would see.
It's fascinating, people.
It is fascinating.
All right, so we have some monster trivia. Are you ready?
Oh, yes, I am actually. That means I have to push a button, doesn't it? Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready now.
In what year did the in what year did the original Godzilla movie hit theaters?
Oh.
A, 1948, B, 1950, C, 1954.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, just hit the... I'm going to move this camera since we're not going to use it anymore tonight. Oh, my goodness. I would have guessed 1952, so that's not on there.
That is not on there.
1948 kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because it probably started in Japan. It was a 50s thing over here.
Well, Kathy guessed 54. Linda guessed 50.
Yeah, it's a 50s thing here, but I wonder if it started, in Japan first, and then came over here. I'm gonna say 48. I'm gonna be an outlier.
Your guess is A, 1948.
There we go.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, Kylie's guessing 1950.
Gosh, 1950 is right. I don't know.
Okay, the correct answer is 1954.
Oh.
It is C. In 1954, the atomic bombings of Japan in World War II were still very much a part of world culture, and Japanese filmmakers used the attacks as inspiration for Godzilla.
Well, I knew that part, except it would have been just as much a part of their culture in 50 and 48 too. So I was going earlier.
Yeah, but I mean, they're in the thick of it in those years. Now they're coming out of it,
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
So
all the rest
all
I'll
right.
get right. I'm sure of it.
How does the werewolf finally die at the end of the 1941 movie, The Wolfman? The Wolfman movie that came out in 1941. How does the werewolf finally die? A, set on fire. B, beaten to death. Or C, silver bullet.
I do not remember. Oh my goodness! And this was Ron Chaney, wasn't it? Lon Chaney, I mean.
I think so. I don't know.
Gosh.
I honestly can't. I don't know if I've seen this movie.
I haven't seen that since I was a kid, and
Kathy said, "LOL, guess was right." Huh. All right, so.
I mean, silver bullets kind of obvious in a way.
Yeah.
But set on fire is pretty dramatic.
It is dramatic. Linda's guessing set on fire. And Kathy's guessing fire.
I'm gonna go with fire too. That's dramatic.
Kylie's guessing silver bullet. Okay. The werewolf is in fact beaten to death. Yeah.
Well, that's
disturbing. His own father beats him to death with a walking stick.
What?
A silver walking stick that happens to have a power to kill a supernatural creature.
Well, good grief.
Now I feel like I need to watch that movie because I have no idea.
I don't know. That sounds really disturbing. His own dad beat him to death. Jeez. Gosh.
I know.
Stick together, people.
Really. Have a conversation before it escalates.
Jeez, Bob.
Okay. In what year was the original Frankenstein movie released to theaters?
Apparently, I don't know much about these things.
A.
Okay. Oh, although the last one you said was in the 40s. The werewolf one.
Oh, 41, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Godzilla was 54.
Oh.
Okay. It's A, 1928, B, 1931, or C, 1942. Kylie's guessing C.
I'm going to guess C too with Kylie. Frankenstein.
1942, huh?
Well.
Linda's guessing B.
Oh.
No. I mean, think about how long ago it was written.
Well, Mary Shelley wrote it a long time ago.
I know, the whole...
But they didn't necessarily make a movie.
Do you know who made the first movie of it?
No.
Thomas Edison.
What?
It wasn't the official original Frankenstein movie. It was a silent film that's like 13, 15 minutes long.
Is that what we're doing this about?
No, this is the original like theater one.
Oh, okay.
But that was like that was like 1915 or 19 something.
Frederick Frankenstein. I love young Dr. Frankenstein.
Okay, are you ready for the answer?
I'm gonna say 42.
You are wrong.
Oh, I've been wrong every time.
It is 1931.
Wow.
Yep, released in 1931. The film is based on the novel of the same. Features a scientist. Blah blah blah. We know this. Yeah.
Golly, that's good to know. Okay, well, maybe I can save up and get this last one. I mean, maybe I can save my,
Kathy said, I think there was one released in 1910. I think that is maybe the Edison one.
Oh.
I because our last live stream, I was Frankenstein, so I was watching the silent film and it's kind of boring actually. And Kylie said,
does it hold up?
Yeah. Kylie said, me too, John, don't feel bad. Okay, so this, I'll be a little surprised if you get this one. What is what is the terrifying monster that scares people in the Trollenberg Terror?
I don't know what the Trollenberg Terror is.
I didn't know that either. Which now that I've found this question, I feel like we need to watch this movie because it's Halloween.
Is it an old movie?
I get the impression it's an old movie. Oh, sorry. A beating heart. B, a huge eyeball. Or C, a disembodied hand.
Okay, a beating heart. That sounds very Edgar Allan Poe. So I'm gonna scratch that one off. Unless they're doing like a tribute to Edgar,
Kathy is guessing B.
B. What's B? The eyeball?
Yeah. Linda guessed C.
The hand?
Yes.
I'm almost thinking eyeball because disembodied hand makes me think of Addams Family.
Yeah.
The beating heart makes me think of Edgar Allan Poe. Huge eyeball.
That is ominous.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with huge eyeball because I don't know what to think about that.
Well, you got one right.
Yes, I want to say I remember something way back when about an eyeball.
Yes, it is a huge eyeball, and it also has tentacles.
Ooh.
Better to scare you with.
Heck yeah.
All right. What are the monsters in 1954's Them? Okay. A, big ants. B, huge leeches. C, enormous spiders.
Okay, let me see. Whenever I was a kid, I would go over to my grandmother's, and every year they have this movie about giant ants, but it had some lady that was from Dynasty, and I can't think of her name.
Kylie's guessing C. Kathy's guessing C.
So I don't think it's Big Ants because I think that was a 70s movie.
I mean, they make movies over and over and over again.
True.
I mean,
I don't remember Huge Leeches.
Oh gosh, one of my favorite B movies is about leeches.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's
Slither? It's like Slither?
Yeah. No. We rented it for Bad Movie Night a while back, and now I can't think of the name. But it's all like the leeches go to the sorority house. It's a very
weird.
It's a very cheesy Porky style ridiculous movie.
Oh really?
But
is it a reverse Porky's?
It's hilarious.
Enormous spiders, though, could be good.
Okay. So, A, big ants.
I'm going to go with spiders. Although that does sound like that movie that I liked with the one... gosh, I don't know. Them. What do you think? If it's like a 1950s movie, them.
I mean...
Why would they be going about ants? I could see that. But they're 70s. I mean, I know of a movie. I can't think of her name, but she was in Dynasty. She was in that. Leeches? I don't know. That's your thing, apparently.
That's my thing, yes. I'm
going to go with spiders.
I do enjoy a good leech.
I'm going to go with spiders. Although that's like arachnophobia, so...
All right, are you ready?
I guess.
It is A, big ants.
Oh, wasn't it? Oh.
Thanks to atomic tests gone awry, huge ants begin what seems to be a unstoppable attack on civilization. Fortunately, people have flamethrowers.
Oh.
So that's how they fix that problem.
Well, the one that I'm thinking about, I had that woman from Dynasty, and I can't think of her name, but all the ants went to this giant sugar plant. Because, sugar.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. I've seen some cheesy, bad...
It's cheesy.
Yeah. There's like, what is that, The Blob? And
I don't know what it was,
Attack of the Tomatoes, that was pretty bad.
Oh, yeah, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
Yes.
I don't know what it was, but it was like... I went over to my grandmother's a lot, but it was like the same time of year, in the afternoon, the only thing on was this giant ant movie. And I saw it the first couple of times I saw it, I thought, oh, okay, cool. And then it was like the third time, the fourth time, I thought, what the heck?
Was it her favorite movie?
No, this is before cable. It was just like click, 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 click. That's all you got. It's like, oh, you've got.
Maybe that's the only movie that the cable company could afford.
No, there wasn't cable. This is like free, or my grandmother didn't have it, or anything. It was just sort of like
the channel, whoever the.
Yeah, it was just like some UHF channel, and that's all they had.
That's funny. Yikes.
But, I don't know. I kept seeing it.
Well, Kathy said, you guys are cracking me up. LOL. And then Stephanie Cook says, loved the mural, guys. So, right on. Well, so that's all I got. I think that was the last question.
I think so, too. And it's 9 o'clock, guys. I don't know how much more pain that we can inflict upon you.
We can try.
All these monster questions. Oh, my gosh. I feel like I don't know anything. Start calling you Alex Trebek.
Do it.
But guys, thank you for letting us go on and on about the murals. I've been wanting to share that with y'all for so much, and
yeah, if you guys have any questions about the process or anything like that, don't hesitate to hit us up. I guess we'll be back on Monday to do more wacky things. Yeah.
I'm not sure what we're going to be doing on Monday, guys, but we'll want to come up with some fun ideas and have some games and some different things. But thank you guys so much for sticking with us this week, and I hope y'all have a great weekend.
Yeah, well, Linda said only one tonight. Good questions. So
me too. Good grief.
I'll try to make it easier next time.
Thank you. That would be appreciated. I just want to feel good about myself. That's all.
Kathy said, thanks, guys. Got to run, too. Hope to catch you guys again. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Be sure and subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. And we'll see you guys Monday.
Good night, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks.